What is up, you guys? It's Chris here. So I just spent $449 on Income School's Project 24. And to be honest, I am a little bit surprised at what I found on the inside. In fact, I'm a lot of bit surprised with what I found on the inside. But in today's video, we are going to break it down completely with a full review of the Project 24 system and answer questions such as, is it worth your time and effort? Does Jim and Ricky actually help like they say they help in their YouTube videos? But then most importantly, is it worth the amount of money that they are asking you to invest? We made the investment possibly so you won't have to. So stay tuned for the rest of this video and we're gonna dive right in. So one of the main things that annoy me about a lot of reviews that you find on YouTube or on Google is that a lot of these people have not actually purchased the product. They've kind of looked at the front page and then they give you what they think about it and basically look at the price and then try to turn you into another product. I hate doing that. I stopped doing that a long time ago. So I actually spent the $449 that it cost to join Income School. So a lot of time, effort, and money has gone into creating this video, and it's really at no cost to you. The only thing I ask, if you can really just do me a solid, is to smash that like button. It was really much appreciated if you do. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. It helps this video get pushed out to more people so that more can see exactly how the Income School system works. So let's go ahead and jump into the computer and we're going to talk about the program. All right, so here we are at the home page of Income School. It is part of the Project 24 program as well. You can click more info if you wanted to actually go through and purchase, but we're already logged in. So once you've already paid and you are on the inside, you're going to get these tabs at the top: Project 24, recommended tools, and private coaching. So everything here is what Project 24 is. All right. And it's pretty robust to say that it's nice and simple in these nice little individual tabs. So the welcome page is nice and simple. It really just shows Jim and Ricky. There's a video recorded there and they're welcoming you to the community, and they give you a few housekeeping things that you may want to do since you are just getting started, one of which is joining their awesome community. Now they do have a very, very good community. At any time there's probably around 20 to 30 active people on the page. So if you're brand new, you have no idea what you're doing and you're kind of lost, you can go there, post a thread in their forum, and within a few minutes you're going to get an answer from one of the students who are already there. In terms of Jim and Ricky's involvement, they are around at least once or twice a day. You can go through a lot of the messages there and you can actually get really good answers to your questions. And it's not just them as well, it's also other people that they have working for them who are also experienced bloggers who can answer your question. So it's a really good place to go. It's helpful when you need help. It's helpful when you get lost. It's helpful when you get discouraged because maybe something didn't work out right with your website. So the community is there to kind of help build everybody up. So anyway, the next thing that we have here is the Project 24 timeline. The Project 24 timeline is really a good place to go because it shows you where you should be at month 2, and then where you should be at month 9, and then at month 12. Remember, the whole 24 in the title is alluding to the fact that you can start a blog and then have it replace your entire full-time income. You know, not promised, but it is very, very possible to do within 24 months, from month 1 to month 24, where you should be in terms of traffic to your site, where you should be in terms of money with your site, where you should be in terms of the blog posts and the content you should be having on your site. It really kind of just takes care of a lot of stuff. I really do enjoy that particular aspect of the Project 24 timeline. Next up is their particular podcast. Now, Jim and Ricky have a podcast where they basically talk about everything in terms of their site. You know, I could probably actually show you this one. So we're going to look at the podcast here. They show you how you can subscribe on an iPhone or Android. You do have to be a buying customer, so there is some things you got to go through before they allow you to be subscribed to the podcast. So for example, their one website, Camper Report, how they got it monetized, and it went from $2,000 to $8,000 per month, you know, just from making a few changes to it. And these episodes go through those changes, and it's definitely something that you can apply to your own website. Project Rexburg This is where they built that physical office. They went and bought that house that time, and they hired a whole bunch of writers to start really scaling their business. And they're doing a really good job with that as well. But this is basically how they did it. A lot of these a lot of these podcasts are anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes to an hour or more long. So it's really good information to listen to. I use it when I'm jogging or working out or something like that. Blogger finances. Now, I think this one right here is something that's not talked about enough online, because when you start talking about making money, you have to deal with the tax ramifications of that, regardless of where you live. They really talk about personal finance for bloggers. Really, really great information here. Now, the submit milestones page, again, is another one of those things that they use to help propel you, especially when you get discouraged or when you get down. Each one of these red little marks here across the entire world, I believe, is every time somebody got their first pizza day. And a pizza day is where you make $5, your first $5 online. The first time you make $5, that should be an eye-opening moment, because it shows that making money is possible with a website. So what they do with the Project 24 milestones is as you reach certain milestones, you can then submit it to Jim and Ricky, and they will elevate your community account to where you will see certain things such as pizza day, or $100 a month earner, $500 per month earner, $1,000, or full-time income finisher. So I really like this because, again, it helps with the motivation, because blogging is difficult. Blogging is hard. And it's not just blogging, it's really just running your own business. It's very, very difficult to do. So when you have these victories, these little victories, you need to be able to celebrate them. So this is the courses page. Now, the courses page covers a wide variety of information, but it's basically everything you need to know to get you going from zero to having a full-fledged running business and blog online. And really the golden nugget, in my opinion, of this entire thing is the 60 steps to a successful site. It's everything from buying your hosting, setting up your hosting, choosing a niche, getting the right plugin so that you can be safe from attackers and things of that nature. And then they talk about including the different types of legal information you need to put on your website to make sure that you can, keep yourself nice and clean in Google's eyes, so that you'll go up the rankings as quickly as you possibly can. It's nice and concise and compact, and it gives you something to do each and every step. A lot of times with online business, or when you don't really know what you're doing, you kind of sit down and you do a million things but never really accomplish one. But these steps right here give you step-by-step concise things that you need to do in order to move the needle to get the business continuing to grow forward. But since the courses are here, they're going to go ahead and jump into each one of these. The main one here is the search analysis. Now, the search analysis that Jim and Ricky kind of preach on their YouTube channel and in their course here is totally different from most keyword research, which is what typically everyone else calls it, that anyone else teaches on the internet. They teach going to the source, going to Google and getting the information from Google as to what you need to write about on your site. And honestly, they are, in my opinion, they're pretty right on this particular aspect, because you don't want to write for keywords, not anymore at least. That is old SEO. Right now you need to write for topics. And this is what Jim really teaches you how to do in the search analysis, how to write topically. Your whole goal of creating this post is to be the #1 result for that search term. And really, that is where everything kind of comes together and is different than a lot of other training courses out there. And honestly, the truth is no keyword research tool is 100% accurate, like none at all, because keyword research tools are going to always be dependent on historical data. One of the other big things about the search analysis is that they teach you how to read the search engine results pages, all right? And what I mean by that is anytime you search for something on Google, it's going to give you 10 or so results. They show you how to look at those 10 results and then determine if you can create something that's going to beat it. And if you can, great, create the content. If you look at it and you're like, okay, it's a little competitive, they still preach, hey, go for it, because it might be able to give you some good traffic. But if something is just way out of the league and you're like, you know what, there's no way I can get a small niche site or whatever to outrank something like that, then they tell you to just skip it and go somewhere else. So I do like the kind of direct approach that they have with that. The next thing we have is picking profitable niches. So here they really give you the information that you kind of need to understand how to pick a topic, pick a niche for your website. They talk about things such as seasonality. Like if you're into gardening, during the spring and the summer, gardening is going to be on an uptick. During the winter, it's probably going to take a little bit of a dip. They help you understand these types of things for when you are choosing your particular niche. And a lot of this is by showing you how to use Google Trends effectively. And they go very in depth on how to do that. The next thing we have is the no-nonsense SEO. The whole point of writing is to be a helpful resource. So they show you how to balance being a helpful resource on top of using the right wording and using the right type of tone with your blog post so that Google will love you, so that people who are looking for your particular topic are going to love you, and that's going to naturally raise your rankings in Google. The Web Traffic Snowball talks about how you can get traffic quickly and consistently without wasting time on social media. So when you're creating your website, you are trying to create, again, a helpful resource for everyone to enjoy, but it's not just for Google. Google's going to be probably one of your main sources for traffic, but they show you how to use other sources to get traffic to your website as well, and not just really spinning your wheels and wasting time. The next one is the Email Marketing 101. Learn how to properly use an email list on your website. Depending on the size of your site, where you're going with your site, having an email list isn't going to make a difference if you're not getting any traffic to your site anyway. So they help you kind of evaluate whether or not you even want to jump into email marketing, but they also show you how email marketing can be done correctly without being spammy. One of the email autoresponders that they really push is Sendinblue. Now, in their particular situation, they say that they absolutely love Sendinblue and that they don't have any types of issues with deliverability or ease of use or anything like that. It's a nice cheap autoresponder for you to use, but I particularly don't like it. I wouldn't recommend it, but Jim and Ricky use it very, very much. They tell you how often you should be emailing your list, how you can segment your list. They do a very good job at breaking down how to properly manage an email list. Next up is the hire and train writers. Now, the hire and train writers, in my opinion, is totally worth the price of admission for this entire program. Totally. Because one big issue that a lot of bloggers sometimes have, especially after they've finally gotten a little bit of traffic, is scalability. Hire and train writers, especially once your site starts to kind of get a little traction, you start making a little bit of money, you can take that money and reinvest it into hiring writers. Hiring and, most importantly, training writers is just an intense headache that no one really likes to have to deal with. However, in this section right here, Jim and Ricky have put together videos. You can go and show it to potential people who you're looking to hire, and it teaches them how to write a blog post. And there's two videos. One of those videos teaches how to create blog posts. The next video teaches how to post those blog posts on the WordPress site. It's not rocket science to blog. It's not a difficult thing to do. It's just tedious and takes time. So you can really teach anyone how to do it. And really with the videos that they've provided here, it makes it very easy to train writers. I've actually already used it a few times on a couple of writers who I have newly hired within the last couple of weeks. Again, worth the price of admission, just this particular training. They even give examples of where you can go to get nice writers, how you can use content mills, or if you could just go somewhere as simple as Upwork just to hire freelance writers. Next up is photography. Now, photography is a very important part of your blog. Jim is actually very, very good with photography, and he shows you how you can just take pictures and include them into your blog. So if you make pictures that include yourself, that is nice and real, that includes maybe, if you feel like it, maybe even your family, includes you in the pictures doing whatever it is your blog is about, that helps add to your credibility. It helps add to your trust level with your viewers and your readers, which means they're going to come back, which means they're going to watch your stuff over and over again. They're going to read your stuff over and over again and become lifelong fans and hopefully lifelong customers. So it's very important to get nice, good photography on your website. And Jim really goes to very in-depth on how to do it as well. Next up, we have reviewing of your sites. Blogging is pretty standard. You should do this, you shouldn't do this. And really, they go through about 5 or 6 different websites, some that are doing really well, some that are not doing really well. And then what you can do on your site in order to improve it. So it's really good information to view. The next one is to improve and speed up your writing. So writing a blog post, like as we mentioned before, it takes time and it's tedious. So anytime you can find like little life hacks or something that you can use to try to speed up the process of creating a blog post, you're going to want to take it. When you are a brand new blogger and you don't really have a set schedule and you're just trying to just fit in writing an article here, fit in writing an article there, it's comforting to know that if I can sit down and write a response post that's 1,500 words in an hour and a half, I can plan that out. After everybody goes to bed, it's only going to take me about an hour and a half to write this post. They use some very, very good tips and tricks in here that help you do everything from researching your topic to creating your blog post, breaking it up into nice manageable chunks, and really getting stuff done within an hour or two. Doing things on your site that moves the needle. That's kind of what everything that they try to impress upon you through the 60 steps. Don't waste your time posting on social media. Use that hour and a half to write a blog post, Next up is to monetize with ads. It's the second to last one. And I believe that is genius. That is great because too many times we are looking to make money too fast with our blogs. With monetize with ads being so late in the process, it shows the priority of what you need to be worried about. You need to create content. You need to create your website. You need to start putting stuff out there for Google to see. It takes 6.5, 7 months for your blog post to get to where you really want it to be on Google for the most part. So why would you concentrate on monetizing this, monetizing that when there's zero traffic coming to your site? So the first thing you need to do is get traffic to your site. To get traffic to your site, you need to create content. And they show you the different types of monetization strategies that they use outside of affiliate marketing and outside of creating your own product. Now, I used to underrate how much money you can make with ad revenue because it does take a little while and you do need a lot of volume in order to make a significant amount of money from it. But once you do get it built up and once it's there, it can become a significant amount of income, and they show you how you can maximize it on your particular website. The success mindset really tries its best to get you into the right mindset so that you can understand whatever happens in front of me, whatever pitfalls or problems or issues I run into, because I have the right mindset, I'm just going to mow through. And this helps with creating the great mindset for you. And it was from the 2018 summit we talked about earlier that was in Boise, Idaho. So those are the courses. Now we're going to go back to the top here and click on the recommended tools. And basically they show you every tool that they use when it comes to monetizing with ads, web hosting, YouTube tools, outsourcing, stock images, WordPress plugins, themes, email list providers, and podcast setups. These are the things that they actually use. They don't just say, hey, use this because they're going to get a good commission from it. These are things that they use and that you should be using as well if you want to launch your website and have the best chance of being successful with it. And then the next thing is the private coaching. Now, the private coaching, going to be honest, it's expensive. All right. Just to have something with both Jimmy and Ricky together looking at your website is going to cost you about $899. You can get just one of them and you'll get $599. But there's a reason for how much the consulting costs. 1 hour that I can spend on a consulting call with somebody, I could be using to build up my own website or doing something that it's going to move the needle in my business. So in order to make it worth it, you have to charge a decent amount of money for it. When I do consulting, I charge anywhere from $200 to $250 per hour just to look at your individual case. So, is it worth it? I would say so, because what they can tell you is probably going to make you a lot more than $899. I wouldn't do it, particularly. I would take this $800. I would take this $600 and I would use it just to buy the program, buy Income School. As you can tell, I totally believe that it's a great program. In fact, they also have an affiliate program. If you are interested in signing up for Income School, check the link down in the description. I believe I'm going to call it benjisdad.com/P24. That's benjisdad.com/P24. It is an affiliate link, which means if you click on it and you were to go on and make a purchase, I will receive a small commission for it. However, it is at no additional cost to you. So I definitely recommend it. And if you do end up signing up through my link, I'm going to even make myself available. If you have any issues, comments, or concerns, please reach out to me with your blog and I will be able to help you build it as well. Again, I'll put a link down in the description, benjisdad.com/P24. So is Income School worth your money? Good question. I'm glad I asked. Yes, it is 100% worth your money. It is a very, very good program, literally walking you through step by step on how you can launch your site. Those first 60 steps, I haven't seen really anywhere else on the internet, the way that those guys have really itemized and put things in particular order. You can't really get any better than that. It covers all the bases. They are constantly updating the program. It really is worth your money. Now, one of the interesting things about the program is that as the program gets bigger and more people join, they have already stated that they are going to continually increase the price. About this time last year, the program was only $349. So now fast forward about 8 or 9 months and now it is $449. So don't be surprised if as their channel grows and as they become more and more popular and it shows that their program actually works, that the program is going to be a lot more than $449, maybe even by the end of the year, maybe by next year. So be very careful. If you do decide to join the program, be sure to click the link down in the description, benjisdad.com/P24. That's benjisdad.com/P24. Be sure to take advantage of it before the price goes up some more. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something, got some value out of it. If so, please be sure to smash that like button as well as subscribe. We post new videos every Monday and Thursdays, and I would hate for you to miss any future updates. So be sure to tick the little bell notification icon as well. Be sure to stay tuned for the bloopers, and I will catch you all later. I am a little bit 3, 2 to take the little crap, that was it. $449 on Income School. That is Income School. Okay.